Okay, so welcome to the introduction of this video segment here. So what I have here today, this is the V series, the Vizio V series all-in-one 2.0 soundbar. Over here is the Vizio M series 2.0 soundbar that is supposed to be like I think a sort of a virtual version of Dolby Atmos and the GTSX. So I talked to the guys at Best Buy, and pretty much all of them are saying that it's not true Dolby Atmos, but that's fine. So why did I choose these two right now? I'm basically doing a comparison video between these two because I was really trying to decide. First off, my first choice was this soundbar. This is my first soundbar ever. I've never owned a soundbar before. So I liked the reviews on this one. Even some videos I sort of saw out there. This one here, I don't know if it was my second option, but after listening to some of the subwoofers, these boxes, I think they're called subs or subwoofers. Yeah, at the subwoofer. I listened to some of them at the store, and they honestly made it sound amazing. And that's where you get a lot of the bass, you know, in the background, and like the boom, the thumbs, and, you know, the boom thumb sound effects you hear in the films and stuff like that. So, just a lot of good bass. So, I went to Best Buy yesterday, I went to Walmart yesterday, I went to Best Buy again today. Dude, I arrived at the store like, well, one Best Buy, which wasn't too far from the other one, I was looking for this one here, and they said they didn't have any. And then they announced, you know, on the speaker, like, oh, we're closing in 30 minutes. And the guy told me, well, you can get over to the other one in about 15 minutes. So I drove over there. Yeah, a little bit quick. I drove over there, and I arrived like 8 minutes before they closed. And they had one more left. This is the last one that they had. So, because I really wanted to do a comparison video. But the other guy at the Best Buy, he did show me that the Samsung, I have to get the names. There are two Samsungs that sound really good. One that starts with a B letter. I'll have to, maybe I'll find that and I'll put the name up to that next, or maybe right here, if I remember, I'll find the name for that one. If you're looking for that one, that was a really good one. I'll put that name up as well. That one was around, it wasn't too expensive either. It was in the hundreds. It wasn't even in the 200s. This one, honestly, is a good deal right now. Because surprisingly, when I got to the store, this thing was, I thought it was $179. And he said, oh no, it's on clearance. So, it was on clearance, and I got this thing here for $79. So it was $107 off is what it said on the receipt. That's amazing. That's an amazing bargain. I didn't even know this. It didn't say that this was on sale at all. So chances are I'm going to keep this and really not even go back for the sound. The Samsungs did sound amazing. I will. The Sonos sounds amazing if you're looking for some good ones. Those sounded amazing. The Bose or Bose. They'll try to sell you those like the Bose 600 and all that, but I think the Vizios sounded better from what I heard in the store. The Vizios, the Sonos, and the Samsungs are the best soundbars that I heard in there for a lower price. I'm just looking, that's the other reason why I chose these, because I'm looking for something specifically for my small little room over there. This is not my room here, it's just a small room. Like the living room has like full on, you know, 5-6 set speakers from like way back decades ago. So this is not for living room purposes. This is just for my own personal room. I'm watching movies, you know, playing console games. That's it. So that's why I went with these. The Vizio all-in-one bar has good reviews. I could only find this at Walmart. Best Buy was sold out when I went there, even though the website said that they had them. They were sold out. But that was on sale as well. Cannot remember the price, but I'll put up the links to both of these in the description. Maybe in the comments as well. So the first one So basically how I'm going to do this is, I'm going to do the Vizio first. I'm going to unbox both of these. And right now, I actually purchased a Roku box. But right now, I do have my 4K Blu-ray player set up to have YouTube and some of the apps on there, which I figured out yesterday. I had no clue that my 4K Blu-ray player was able to access those apps. And I've had that thing for a few years now. Silly me. So, but I also purchased like a Roku yesterday, 4K Roku, which I'm going to go in and disable the voice microphone that's in the remote control. Because I don't like any of it. So, I'm going to get Roku set up eventually. But for now, I'm just using the YouTube channel through the 4K Blu-ray. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to start, to compare these, I'm going to start a certain point of some of my gameplay I have out there of Unreal Tournament 2004, which is the greatest first-person shooter ever created. Unfortunately, Epic Games is finally getting rid of the servers and everything. I just heard about that. So I'm going to do a sound comparison, use some gameplay from there. If it's not too, doesn't take too much time, I'll find, I'm thinking of one song in particular that's really good. It's an Unreal Tournament song. It has a lot of bass and things like that. So I may play that as well. But basically, that's how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to unbox this. I'm going to use HDMI plugins. I know this one here, I think it's called the, you can plug it into the eARC, but I'll show that once it should say that on here somewhere. Like, I think it's called eARC connection on the back of the TV. I have a MQX. I have a Vizio M series, I think it's called MQX. That's what I got this week. So, yeah, I'm just getting a lot of things set up. It's going to be crazy. But, yeah, so that's it. Basically, I'm just explaining that's how I'm going to compare it here. Just some Unreal Tournament footage, maybe a soundtrack if it's not too much, because navigating in there wasn't easy. I may have to look on my laptop first to find the channel for the song that I'm thinking of. There's a guy who did an amazing remix of a song called Mechanism 8 from Unreal Tournament. And it's really good. So I sort of want to play that. But yeah, I'm just going to get into it here. So I have a GoPro on my head right now. Right now, I'm just recording with my Samsung Galaxy. I think it's S22 Ultra 5G. So that's what this video here is. The next video I'll have on my head, that'll be GoPro. I'm also going to be using this phone here to record the audio. Like I said, these phones are amazing, so it's not going to be the most accurate, but it'll be better than most cameras out there that I've heard so far. So, let's get into it. Okay, let's open it up. Oh man, I hope there probably are more Vizio controllers in here. And dude, the Vizio controllers, if you have a Vizio controller, you know the pain and the struggle of like putting the batteries in there. They sealed it so tight. I don't know why. It's like, honestly, you have to use like a blade to open the controllers. I'm probably not even going to do that on camera if I have to. Like, I needed help to even get that open. You have to use a blade, something sharp to slip in there to open up the Vizio remote controls. So if you have any Vizio product and there's a remote, you've been warned. Like, it's to the point where it's like, man, you think you're going to break it if you try to force it. So I had to look up some videos on YouTube, and it's just like, it was ridiculous. I've never seen controllers that tight before, and I don't understand the purpose of that. But, yeah, if you see my knee out, it's because I'm doing laundry downstairs. Just spare clothes right now. Yeah, let me try to keep this box good, actually. I might be returning this. If the subwoofer sounds, like, amazing. Yeah, let me try to... My head is back, don't worry. Let me try to keep this box in good shape. because I usually tear boxes too, because I might be returning this. I have a feeling that, dude, based on what they were telling me at Best Buy and things like that, okay. But based on what they were telling me at Best Buy, let's just let this up. There you go. And based on what I heard in the store, like the subwoofers, man, like I was like, man, the single bars, they don't sound good without the subwoofers and all that. This is all the cable stuff. So like I said, I may just go ahead and do the next unboxing after this, and that way I'll take them both in there and do my testing. Okay. Yeah, I want to keep this all neat. I might be returning it. I'm not tearing up any of that. And I have it on camera, so I know what it looks like. Because I have, like, this one I found at Walmart. I couldn't find these at Best Buy. They weren't anywhere, so. And, you know, he said I have until January 30th to return it. So. I'll take that off. Yeah, nicely wrapped there. There you go. And connect voice assistant, which I would not be doing. I don't like voice assist. That up. So up means, I guess this is the front here. That's what they're saying. Or, unless this lifts up. That look like it might come up forward, but I'm not going to risk that. I don't care. Because I might be returning this, so. Put that there for now. There you go. So I don't know if you can see it. Try to show you. There you go. Got the aux VA, optical, the AC power cord, USB. It says 5V 0.5A over there. That's important to anyone. Here's the main one. To the TV, HDMI out. It's eARC, A-R-C. That's the one that pretty much everyone says to use. Which my TV, the Vizio TV, does has it. Smells good too. Yes, I'm weird, but smells nice and new. So like I said, I'm trying to keep this thing good. Because I might be, chances are I'm gonna be returning it. Like, dude, that was $100 and something over there. Even with it on sale, it was, I think original price $199, but right now is, man, I need to look the prices up again. It was anywhere between 120, like 140 something. So, dude, this was like 179, right? But it was on sale for, like I said, I got it for $79. So that's amazing. So let me go ahead and open this up. Which that tape's already pretty much up. Yeah, that wasn't even really sealed. Oh boy, there's a remote. Only thing I'm interested in taking out, oh wow. So I'm gonna do that. I may not show that. But basically, this is the AC power that you just saw is gonna go on there. And then this goes into the HDMI 1 that said the eARC on the back. In case anyone is curious, that's how that works. I'm not going to show that part on camera. I'm just going to connect that around there. And then the controller, I'm telling you, oh boy. So, I'm not even going to bother showing this on camera. Just look it up and you'll see what I'm talking about. These controls are a pain to open. And I really don't want to damage this right now. So, but pretty much I should be able to just plug this thing in and use it. But I'm going to do the unboxing for this one next. Anyway, that's pretty much that. I don't know what this is. Oh, this goes into, is that the optical? This is the optical cable. Everything else is instructions or whatever. Basically, I'm just going to plug it in. And it should all just connect. Don't know what these are. And I'm just going to leave those there because I might be returning this. So, I'm not moving anything out of there other than, like I said, the controller and the connections right here. And that's all I really need. Alright. So, let's move on to the next one here. Okay, now let's open the M Series 2.0 soundbar, which is most likely going to be the one I'm going to keep. So, just a little spin around here of it. There you go. That's what it looks like. So, start opening it. See tape everywhere. Or do I want to keep this one in good shape as well? See, it looks like I'm going to have to cut the tape on this one as opposed to that other one there. That was pretty good. I need to figure out the timestamps, how to do timestamps on YouTube here for this. Whereas, like, I know you can put, like, a description of, like, oh, at this point in the video, this is where the testing, because I know people want to skip ahead to, like, the sound testing and all that. But this is just the unboxing portion, but I need to figure that out on YouTube, how to, like, do that. So I'll probably do that for this video. But yeah, it's 11 o'clock at night. Adult Swim just started. It's Saturday. It's, I guess Christmas Eve now. Tomorrow's like the day. I mean, none of this is Christmas. None of this is Christmas related. This is just me and my money I earned over the past year working at the new job. I had $3 in the bank in November 2021. And I was not able to afford anything like this, so things are changing. And then I'm going to start a new exercise path. I'm going to get back to my Bruce Lee style training I used to do. And I'm going to show progress. I'll make a video on all that because I have something else to unbox, which is related to that. So I'm saying a lot of things here to take apart. This can be punched in. Hold on. There's a lot of things here. Yeah, I see. Okay, this comes up this way. I'm trying to do it without, like, tearing it. Wow. Yep, that comes up. I see how they come up, but I'm trying to do it without tearing the box up too much, like I usually do in these unboxings. That's open. And eventually I'll just be able to pull that out. But not yet. So now I gotta pull this one out. That one's up. So I know I'm gonna tear the box. I always do, I'm telling you. Look at all my unboxings I've done. Oh, you know what it is. Okay, there's tape here. And there's another one here. There's a lot of slots here to open up. That's why I'm trying to be careful. I'm just going to cut this one. There's a lot of slots. That side's open. It's probably more. This one doesn't have tape. Huh. Like, ew. I'm just trying to figure out how to take this side out without ripping it like I usually do. But maybe I need to do more of these down here. Yep. So that helped. Man, yeah, I can't even imagine putting this back in the box. Like, if you did want to return these, design is, I feel like with these boxes, they should have just went with a full-on, like, a full box. Rather than the shape. I've never seen anything like this. It's a little weird. Because there's, like, so many places where you can just rip the box apart. So that's what I'm trying not to do. It's like I have it open, but I don't have the other side yet. That's definitely going to tear. Hold on. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to tear this thing. There's nothing back there, but there are a lot of them. Like I said, there's little slots here. If I can get this one. Okay, it's coming. That's weird. It's weird. Hold on. How do you open this without tearing it? I'm almost there. Hold on. That's it. I think I got it. This is weird. What in the... Okay, I see the problem. I thought there was one more. And something slid. It felt like there was something else up here, but this is it. So. Okay. And it's open and it folds up. Dude, yeah, I can't imagine putting this back in the box. That's crazy. And not a good design. You'll probably not be returning this in like the way that it was, I'm telling you. Even watching it, like if I replay the video, it's like, anyway. Let's take it out. Same thing here. I'm pretty sure controller and all that is in there. So. Okay. And I tore that. Okay. Has a nice, bringing to the light, a nice silver color on the bottom. Peel here. Okay. So the AC power is here. I don't know if you can see it. AC power is right there. Aux VA. Same as the other one over there, but they're like split apart on each side. This one may have more connections. So this one has a normal HDMI in. The other one I don't know if it did. Can't remember. But this has the HDMI out with the eARC. So yeah, the HDMI in might be extra. I have to look back over there and see if it was over there. Got the optical USB port. So yeah. This is it. I think I am going to like this one. And it'll be just long enough for my TV. All the other ones are 40-inch, which is where my stand that I'm sort of using that board is actually like, it's precisely 40 inches compared to all the ones in the store. So, I'm gonna sit this on a bed because I might be keeping that one. Like I'm telling you, there's a high chance that that's the one I'm gonna be like using tomorrow when I look at Secrets of Dumbledore and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the first time. So, which I'm gonna do an unboxing of those. So same thing here, I'm sure, the controller and all that. So it has two. That's right, there are two. This one's longer for the subwoofer. I hope that's long enough for what I need. Because I'm going to put mine, I guess what they said was put it behind you or underneath something. One guy told me Best Buy, he put it like under his bed. So, I think this is most likely to connect it to the TV, which I'm not going to be using. I think that's what that is, but I'm not sure. This is all new to me. HDMI cable, which I'm going to plug into the ER. Same thing as the other box here. And the remote controller. So, there's nothing in there. I don't see anything in those. Nope. Empty in there, I'm pretty sure. And this over here. Protected in styrofoam, as it should be. So, quick setup guide. Lots of styrofoam. And this room will probably be a mess tonight. But no one stays in here, so. Oh boy, yeah, this is wrapped up. I've never opened these before. Like I said, this is my first time. So, it's pretty simple. There you go. There it is. Smell it. Ah, there you go. How'd you like that? So, this is it. Yeah, this is as you can see the size of my hand, this is it's not too much bigger than my palm there. This could fit like, it could fit right in there, it could fit anywhere. So the other one, dude, the ones for the Sonys, that was my problem. For my room setup, the Sonys were like, dude, they were like this high. At least, and maybe this wide and stuff. The Sonys were like super high. So I think I'm gonna keep this. I'm pretty sure, but let's go test it out. I have a really good feeling about this. And there you go. So the AC, and this is sort of cushioning here. I already pressed on it. So there's an on-off button there, I see. There is an on-off button. But Yeah, it's a mess in this room. But this is just a workroom, not my workroom. No one stays in here. That TV over there, I'm going to hook this AccuVoice that was sitting in the house for like, I guess a few years now. And they never used it. So I'm going to hook up, maybe, but if once I figure out Roku, my TV, I may put Roku. That TV is amazing. It's like 240 hertz, 240 hertz, which they don't sell anymore. That one, the past one I was using, that's what I'm like, dude, this 1920 by 1080 TV here that I have in my room seems to be playing better than the new Vizio, but that's because that had 240 hertz. And I'm going back to an outdated cable box right now because it was only reading like 480, but I made a whole video on that for the watch the Vizio unboxing of the TV I did, the MQX, and I sort of explained a little bit of that. But anyway, so right now that's the unboxing. I'm gonna clean up a little bit. After this, I'm gonna get straight into the testing. I'm gonna set it up, and I'm gonna show you the comparison of what these two sound like. All right. Okay. Before I forget, this is an easy way to open your Vizio remote. You probably can't see it. I don't know if you can see on the GoPro right now. There's actually a hole right here where the arrow's at. There's a hole in between here. So this is what you do. Slip something, you know, I'm using something sharp. But yeah, I'm using a box cutter. Put in a little bit and it just slid right open. Boom. There you go, it's open. No damage or anything like that. See? And it open right up. So that's how you get that open. And now it won't pop open. But yeah, you can see there's a little slot there, a little hole. They put that there for that reason. And then I finished doing that and now it's open. But unfortunately, with this terrible design, this means that, I don't know, long-term damage, I guess. Yeah, it's like, and I may be returning this. I was just testing out my sound bar here, the all-in-one sound bar 2.1. So, and I may be returning it, and then, you know, that's already damaged there. So, if you can find something that is not as sharp as a box cutter, if you look, like basically this right here is the hole, this square. And you can slide something right in there and pop it open. There you go. Okay, I'm reading the instructions right now because I can't figure out how to get to connect to the TV. I have normal sound on the TV. Right now, again, I'm in my Blu-ray player. So if I press play here, it's plugged in back there too. What you hear is just the normal audio. Let me pause that. That's the normal audio back there. And so there are different modes on here. This is the controller here. Like if I press input,
Bluetooth in pairing mode,
and this is how you switch modes. Even if I do Bluetooth, let me see. I don't think it'll work. No. So the problem right now is I can't figure out how to get it to connect to, and this is the Vizio, the all-in-one bar. So I press input again, it basically goes through all the modes.
Bluetooth in pairing mode, USB,
press it again.
aux,
this is
aux VA,
and then HDMI.
optical,
And then HDMI ARC.
HDMI ARC.
So I do that, and I press play again. There's nothing coming from the speaker though. So this is what's throwing me off. And I'm just trying to do my test. So let me figure that out. I tried pressing TV volume. I tried pressing this. What does that do? So let me look at the booklet real quick and I'll get back. So it looks like I may have figured out the issue. I had to go into my TV settings to the CEC that I had disabled, probably just more spyware. And then you have to turn on device discovery. And it looks like it's registering something against some more spyware nonsense, I'm sure. All of that just to plug in the freaking HDMI in the back. That's why I wasn't getting any sound. Okay, it's saying it may be discovered. I'm not hearing anything. So now I have the volume controller. Let me see. Still not hearing anything. Let me input again.
Bluetooth. In pairing mode.
I'm pressing this.
USB. Aux. Aux VA. Optical.
And I only knew this because I'm reading the instructions. There's like 5 instructions that show you how to connect to HDMI in the booklet.
HDMI ARC.
Okay. And then again, I'm just sort of stuck at this point. Okay, now it's saying there's another instruction. Yeah, so I had to register the sound device in my TV. That's ridiculous. It's not an easy plug in and play or listen type of device. So if you're having an issue, that's why. I originally disabled the CEC because it sounded like more spyware, so they can spy on you, like they've done in the past. I'm just reading the instructions right now. So that's what I'm reading. You see what I'm saying? There's like 5 on the bottom. And it says the CEC down there, and that's how you do it. Change digital audio setting to Dolby Digital. I saw digital, I think. Let me try to do that real quick. I didn't see any. So maybe now that I did the CEC, I can go back and change that. Let me see. Okay, so that was the issue. I just heard the audio of the soundbar, and I won't lie. It was amazing to finally hear some sound out of this TV, man. A huge improvement, even just this bar alone without the subwoofer and everything. Well, this has built-in subwoofers, but I'm going to test both. Now I can get to the testing. So this was the problem. If you do not have the CEC enabled, which are probably some spyware from Vizio, screw them, then it won't connect the audio. And it's also pretty slow when I powered off the sound bar. It took a few seconds, like the screen sort of goes black and then it comes back. So that's a little buggy. In fact, maybe I'll do it right here. Just a little testing right here. So this is it. If I press the power button to turn it on, let's see if it does it. So right now I have it set to auto. Well, of course it's not doing it now. Maybe it's because I was playing the video. You saw that? How it flashed right there. So it went out for a second, it came back on. And now the device is turned on down there. So that's a very weird feature. I feel like if you're in the middle of a film or something or watching something, don't press the power button to turn off the speaker, or it's going to do that. I don't like that feature. So yeah, it's pretty bad actually. Hopefully the other device doesn't do that. It probably will, because everything's digital and everything screws up. But anyway, let's get to the comparison. Okay, one more thing to say here. It is very difficult, and of course they make it that way. It's very difficult to just press this button and power it off, right? And then I'm trying to go back and change my normal TV volume. Now what it's gonna do is turn the speaker back on. I don't want the speaker on all the time. So when I play this, right? Look, there's no light on. When I press play, listen. It pauses and switches over because it's trying to come back on. And now it's back on. And I think there's something in my TV settings that said, I'm not sure. TV speakers are, and I know some things are grayed out now that I have this thing connected. Some options up there are grayed out. Right now what you're hearing, that is a speaker down there. It is a speaker. It does sound pretty good just for my little room here, like I said. But I have audio or analog out. I changed it to variable, but maybe fixed. I'm not really sure. PCM. So if I try to turn it off there, really, like I said, what I'm trying to do is go back to my normal, I'm trying to go back to using the regular controller here. It's too many controllers. I have like 5 or 6 controllers here. You hear how there's nothing right now. The only thing I want to do is a normal audio. I guess I have to unplug it from the TV every day or something. It comes back on. And it's switching over by itself. I don't like that. They're forcing it. Digital audio out. So, that's the issue I'm having right now. And I don't really like that. Okay, now with that, I can turn TV speakers on instead of auto. Or could I go off and then turn this? Well, see, it's already. That's weird. Yeah, as soon as you press I'm pressing controller here, and this is for the. So it seems like I'll have to switch TV speakers between auto or go on like that. Because that's how I'm trying to do the comparison. Just for the comparison right now. That is weird, man. So I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say here. So now I can change the normal volume. I'm trying to change it up to 15 so I can do a comparison, right? This is the normal TV volume. The only way was to go up to the options on my Vizio, go to audio and TV speakers, change that to on. In order to get the, and of course the speaker's on right now. Now it turns back on. And I probably lost what I was doing. Let me see. And these TVs take forever to come back on. Let me see if I lost it. I lost it. Alright. Well, let me get back. Okay, so I'm back. It's ridiculous. I ended up turning off the TV. I have, dude, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 controllers in here. Just built up. 7 remote controls in here. Anyway, what I'm saying is up there, TV speakers. The only thing I'm seeing right now that works, in order to do normal TV volume like this is normal TV volume. See? which I'm going to start off with my comparison. But if I switch this over to auto, wrong deal. Switch it to auto, and then it's going to automatically change. You hear it? And so now I can hear speakers. I can hear the bass and everything. Okay. So for testing purposes, that's what I want to show you right there, how to get that to work. Remember, the CEC has to be enabled. I really don't like that though. And the fact that the screen goes black when you have to switch over. Like, I don't want the speakers on all the time. So turning it on, that was a little, I don't know. Like, it goes black, screen goes black, and then it comes back, and then you're able to, yeah. So I'll do my test video. Like I said, I'm going to start like at around 2 minutes and 30 seconds using this video here, like I did last time. And then, like I said, I may find that song out there. I have to find the guy who did the remix. And then I'll play that for a few seconds. And that's going to be in the comparison video. Because now I have to hook up the other one. So, but now I sort of know what's going on. And it's probably going to have to connect to that one as well. But anyway, I'll just get to it and I'll make a decision afterwards. Okay, so this is testing 1. This right here is the Vizio V-Series 2.1, the all-in-one. As you can see down here. This is the long bar there. So, the volume is just, this is basic TV volume. This is not the sound bar. So, I have it set to 15. And I'm going to play a few seconds here of this clip. Okay. This is the second testing. This is with the soundboard turned on. Just going to press play, and I'm going to turn it up and down.
Unstoppable double kill.
Red flag taken.
Turn it down.
Red flag dropped. Red flag returned.
Godlike. Double kill.
Turn it back up.
Red flag taken. Red flag returned. Red flag taken.
All right.
Red flag returned.
This is testing 3. I did find the song. This is Mechanism 8. It's a remix by Necto Yulin. This is one of the greatest, if not the best remixes I've heard of any songs ever. So just listen to this. I'm only gonna play like maybe 1 minute of it. This testing here, testing 3, is just the normal TV volume, and Make sure I do this right, because if you press too many controls, it'll like screw up. I'm at 15 down there. 15 volume. Let's play it. Turn it up some. 23. So there's some bass there, some bass. Okay, I'm gonna stop it there. Okay, this is testing 4. This is the same Mechanism 8 remix by Necto Yulin from Unreal Tournament. And this is with the soundbar turned on. I'll turn it up and down, you know. I may start off on 20. Let's listen to, like the normal TV, I notice there's no bass at all. This one will have bass, so. Let's play it. '56. Oh yeah. Unreal Tournament, the greatest first-person shooter ever, baby. I can hear the bass in it. Okay. At 36. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm just jamming it. You can't see me, but I can hear the bass, man. Okay. So there you go. You've heard it. My room is not big at all. Wow. So that's the end of this testing. Now I'm gonna. It's like 1:04 a.m. now, but I'm always working, always doing something. So I may do the next test tomorrow here. on the next one, and then edit the video then here on Christmas Day. Like then I'm editing other videos. Like I'm editing videos while I'm recording this video. I have another video rendering. I'm trying to do Sonic Prime reaction, but that's taking like too many copyright problems with that. It's been taking all week. Anyway, that's the end of this testing of the Vizio V series, the all-in-one. I gotta say, for your personal room, man, it is good. What I don't like is how they're forcing this whole, I'm pretty sure, just privacy, invasion of privacy with the CEC, because I originally disabled it. That was the only way I can get it to work. And I'm thinking that, you know, first off, I had to enable that. But the other thing I didn't like was that, as you saw, when I switched over between normal TV audio and the speaker audio, the soundbar audio, like the screen goes black and then it comes back. So if you're watching a movie, it's going to cut out. And it took a while. It takes a few seconds for it to like load up. So if you start a movie, do not press the power button or try to even switch the audio between normal TV speakers and the soundbar audio. Don't do it. I hate that. Other than that, it does sound pretty amazing. Like I said, I don't have a large room here at all. I know you can't see it, but trust me, like right behind me is just my bed. It's a queen size bed. And right in front of me is just all this space here. That's all there is. So I don't have a big room with a lot of junk from the 90s and on. So, yeah, let me turn it back up here near the end of the song. It sounds pretty good. It's slow at turning up though. It's pretty slow at turning up. There's some buttons on the side though that'll probably do it faster. But I'm just using the controller. It's pretty slow. Okay. But next testing coming up with the subwoofer. Okay. It is the next morning here on Christmas Day. So test 1. It's on Rotomer, but it's the newer version that Epic Games canceled in 2018 to start production on it to work on Fortnite, crap night, you know. But anyway, this one also has some good sound. I may do some on Rotomer 2004 again, just like the other clip. I am going to do that same song again, but yeah, so this is it, set up right here. And let me show you where I have the subwoofers. So it's right back here. So this is the right side of my bed in the back. And I have it plugged in back here. So this is where it's at. Bed is right here. So that's the setup. So when you're hearing it, it will be to the right of me. So it'll be to the right of you and in the back. So that's where it's at right now. So I'm going to see if I like this, but let's do the test. Okay, again, this is test 1 using the, I think the Vizio V series, but the one with the subwoofer. So, and I'm just going to use this. I forgot to get the controller out and put the batteries in, so I can use this to turn it up when I get to that. But right now, again, this is just the normal TV volume, 15, and I'm going to play it. This is not speaker, this is normal TV volume.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, test number 2. I figured out in the settings it wasn't connecting at first. I got it going. As soon as I press play, I could feel the bass behind me. So let me show you. And it's on low audio, and hopefully the bass is not too much to the point where I can't understand some of the words. But let's do it.
Three, two, one.
Oh, I can hear left and right. Wow, it does sort of sound theater-like. Turn it up. Oh yeah, there's bass. Down to 28. I can hear the left and right going on as well. I can hear where everyone's at. Turn it up a little. Okay. That was a very immersive experience. I may see if I could find something on TV that unfortunately be a lot of copyright. Maybe I'll turn to another news channel again so I can see if I can understand what people are saying on TV. But let's get into the next test, test 3. Okay, test 3. I am using this Mechanism 8 remix version by Necto Yulin. Songs from Unreal Tournament. And yes, my light is up here flashing again. You see back there. I just replaced a brand new LED yesterday, and the other room was flickering before that, before my lights here went out. So there may be a shortage somewhere, unfortunately. Those are brand new lights and shouldn't be flashing, so that sucks. Anyway, this is test 3. And just to show you the volume again, this is just a normal TV. It's on 15 volume there. Okay. Maybe I'll turn it up to 20. All right. Okay, this is the final test 4. The speakers are on now. And again, the subwoofer base is behind me and to the right, sort of next to the bed. The bed could be blocking a little bit, but I do sort of feel it in my feet. It's actually interesting compared to the all-in-one series. I think that was the M series. This is the V series. I'm gonna have them backwards. The all-in-one bar, I did not feel anything in my feet like that. So that's pretty impressive back there. But this is test 4. Let's play it. I'll turn it up and down. All right. Oh yeah, the bass. Let's turn it up. 30. Turn it up. Oh yeah. Go back here. All right. Playing this a little longer. Turn it up again. Go back. Oh man, that's loud. Turn it down. Okay. Wow. So now I'll see what they're talking about in the store. So my final thoughts on these two. I think they're both good. I will say that the all-in-one bar, similar to the other bar that I tested, that Zvox, the Zvox, I think AV157 or AY157, similar to that, how like, but the all-in-one bar was better than the Zvox. Let me say that. The all-in-one was definitely better than that one. I felt more bass, and I can definitely feel the built-in subwoofers that they said are in the all-in-one. I wouldn't even get the AVOX 157. I did a comparison video on that. I'll put that up somewhere, maybe in the description, so you can see what that one's about. I did a testing of it. That's all I did, but I'm gonna set that one up in the other room. That one's definitely not as good as any of the Vizio products that I've seen so far, that I've heard. So the all-in-one is good, but again, you're mostly gonna hear from the front of you. But if you want something that feels like, okay, some speakers are sort of blasting towards you, get the all-in-one. It's good. I think it's better than it sounds better than what the employees like at Best Buy are trying to say, oh, don't get this one, get all the Samsung. The Samsungs were good, but I think the Vizio sounded good as well. I would say get it, the all-in-one bar, the one that I showed first, with the sort of triangle, was it forget the name, trapezoid or... But anyway, that one sounds good. If you want it to come like sort of in the front of you, I didn't like sit on my bed and listen to it, but I heard it throughout my room. It was bouncing around the walls of my room. That's what I'm saying. So there was bass to it as well. However, if you want to feel the bass in your feet and actually feel it on the bed and in the walls, I was like, man, that was loud. I would say get the one here. I don't know if it's the V series with the subwoofer. I probably will be keeping that one, especially for the deal. Like I said, I just managed to get it like $107 off, which I didn't even know it was on sale. And I had got the last one at the store. I arrived there 8 minutes before they closed last night. I was rushing around everywhere to find it, 2 different Best Buys, and they had one left. I got there like 8 minutes before they closed, and it just happened to be on sale, even though the website didn't say. So originally it would have been $179, but I got it for $79. So, and that's like with taxes included and everything. So it was like $107 off and stuff. So it's a good deal compared to this one. The all-in-one, I did pay, even though it's on sale, I think I paid anywhere between $120 to $140. I need to look at the receipt. It was up there though. Between $120 to $150. And the original price, I think, was like $199 for the all-in-one. But I could be wrong on that. Maybe it was $170. It was basically, I paid like $100 more than this one here with the subwoofer. But that's because it was like a crazy sale going on. So I think I am going to keep this one. Again, I won't say the other one's bad, but just because I got a really good deal on this one is one reason I'm keeping it. And second, like I said, I can feel the bass back there in my feet. And I had to like turn it down a bit. I was like, oh man, it was like even that going up to 50. The highest I went was 50 right there. There's other people here, so highest I went was 50. And I could tell, like, man, you can hear it outside of this room. It was really boom, boom. I could hear the bass. So, but I'm also not used to this home theater setup where, like, I couldn't tell if the bass was matching what I'm used to hearing the song, like, but maybe that is the proper way with a proper, like, subwoofer. Maybe I'm just used to like listening like straight to speakers or like headphones or whatever, those songs and stuff. So I'm not used to really hearing the bass like that. So it was really throwing me off. Like being behind me like that, it was really throwing me off. So I could do one more test where I put it on my bed here. So let me do that, and that'll be the end of the video. Maybe I'll go back to that Unreal 2004. I'm going to put the subwoofer on my bed directly behind me, give you a better idea. But yes, I'm keeping this one, which is what I anticipate in my unboxing. And I'm going to take back the all-in-one, again, because of the price and because the subwoofer, it really it does make a bit of a difference. But the all-in-one is also good. This is my comparison of the two. I'm pretty sure thousands of people are interested in both of these products. Yeah. So let me do that test real quick. Okay, I have some Star Wars Battlefront gameplay actually here. So the bass is on my bed is interesting though. I don't really hear it. Let me show you. Not on the bed, on the floor, yeah. Turn it up. Yep. Or if I lift it up off my bed. Okay. Another testing here. Okay, so the cable to the subwoofer back there, when I took it on my bed and put it over there, it actually like unplugged the AC power cable. So it comes out pretty easy. I don't like that. It did come out pretty easy there. So it's sort of a loose fit. You want to think about that. But I still might keep this one over there. Again, the all-in-one it sounded amazing as well. So it just depends on what you really want to go with. But again, that one's going to be... It's going to be mostly in front of you, but it will bounce off the walls and everything. Like, when you're testing these in the store, it's like you don't get that experience of it bouncing off the walls. It's like this huge open area, you know, and they try to sell you something like, oh, no, get this and get that one. Like, no, when you put these in a room, like a small room like mine, they make a difference. So keep that in mind. It will not sound the same as it does in the store. So, even though I can never test the all-in-one in the store because it's not on display anywhere. But, let me play this. Turn it up.
Under construction.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear the bass back there. Okay. But you see, as I turn it low there, turning it below 20, I don't really hear the bass back there. I have to say that. As I hear it's very minimal. I hear the TV, I hear it up front here. I hear the sound bar. But I have to turn up like the 20 or above until I really start hearing the bass back there. And I could put the bass to the left of me, which is like the side I usually sleep on in my bed over here. So, but that's where my weights are at right now, and I might I'm about to do an adjustable bench unboxing soon. So my bench may go to the left side. Even though I do have the room over there where I just showed where the Pixar bag was and the subwoofer. There's room where I can put the bench over there as well. So it probably would be nice to have it to that left side of me over there, but I got to figure that out. But yeah, it's honestly a tough decision here. It really is. Like, I already packed the other one up in the box. But then I'm thinking about taking it out. So what I might do is, like I said, I'm gonna do my unboxing today of Secrets of Dumbledore and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie. So what I'll do is I'm gonna watch Secrets of Dumbledore with this. And then maybe I'll pull out the other one and watch Sonic the Hedgehog with the other one. And then I'll do a last second whatever review. So this video might be edited. It may take a few days here to edit because maybe I'll watch Sonic tomorrow. But today I'm watching Secrets of Dumbledore. But yeah, I think that might be good. And then I'll give you my honest opinions on just using both of them differently like that. So I'm just watching full-on movies and hear the bass and all that. I don't know if I'm going to keep the bass on that side near the door, the subwoofer. I think about moving it over next to me. So that might be the better experience. But anyway, until the next video, probably a few days here. Because I'm gonna watch both movies, like I said. Secrets of Dumbledore I'm going to watch with this. The subwoofer. And then with Sonic the Hedgehog 2, I'm going to watch for the first time. Both movies for the first time. I'm going to use the all-in-one. So, alright. Okay, I am thinking about taking out the remote. Because I just remembered that there's something that says effect settings there. Change audio effect settings on the remote. And then you have EQ settings and level settings. And then there's like an up and down, cycle through settings and options. And I think at the top of the controller is actually supposed to like, say like something comes across the top. It's like a digital, it'll say words if they're like bass or something. So I might do that here and test it out and see. Maybe I can change the bass. Maybe I can make it louder. I'm not sure. Well, okay, off topic, but it looks like the light stopped flickering, but one of the lights is already blown out, and these are brand new LEDs that I put in last night at like 1 a.m. or something. So yeah, there's a shortage of something in here. This sucks. Anyway, back to the video. So I'm going to be using this controller. I'm going to do effect. So words do show up at the top. Let me press effect now. And see it says effect up there. Don't know if you can see it. So I don't know what these do yet. And then there's level, but I'm going to scroll through them. So right now, the volume is on a low. I'm going to leave it on 12. And you'll see, you won't really hear the bass back here. Right? So until you really turn it up past 20. But anyway, I'm just going to play through this and I'm going to change the settings. I may turn it to 20 though.
Play. In position.
In position.
So, let me press effect. Didn't do anything. Not sure. Turn it down a bit. 24. Oh yeah, I definitely feel the bass back here. I think pressing effect. Gave it more bass. But I can't tell when it's on or off. Oh look, if I press the arrows, night off, so virtual's on. I'm gonna leave that on. So that's the true volume is on now. Off. True volume on. Sort of lag there. On. Let's see. I like true volume off. It makes it louder. Like, I actually heard that in a review too. True volume makes the bass a little louder. So what else is there? There's night on.
Red flag taken.
I don't really know what the night does.
Red flag returned.
And then virtual. off. It was the Virtual X. I don't see too much difference. Turn that back on. I'll just leave that on. Then you got level here. Okay, bass. Subwoofer. So you can go in and change it. Subwoofer plus. There's a Subwoofer plus, which I might leave it on. And I can go back to level. So you can change different things in here. There's a bass. And I can bass plus. Because I like the bass. And I'm going to leave it on that. Okay. There's a treble. There's a dialogue. So you could probably judge so you can hear dialogue. Oh, that'll be my next test actually. Let me bring up. Okay, so these are the settings I just wanted to show off. Let's go to the news channel. Hear dialogue. Okay, this is a dialogue test. It's on, but it's really low.
This will be sort of a theme that you'll notice throughout the parade.
Yeah, it's coming from here. Hold on.
Hearing, from many different ladies.
Yeah, it's coming from there. I just wanted to hear it. I mean, this is not really the best channel. I don't want to turn to anything that's going to be like copyright or something.
To Stephanie Mendez, who has an incredible interview for us. Hey, Steph.
Hey guys, so this is so exciting. We have Miss America here. Emily Rose.
So it's clear.
Obviously making
There is a dialogue option on here too. Hold on.
Emily, we are so excited that you are here.
There's a
for us
dialogue
today. I
option.
would love to know. You have, I'm sure you
Wait.
have so many traditions that you do during your Christmas.
Level.
Christmas is so warm feeling. What is your favorite tradition?
Dialogue.
My family has always
Plus.
loved watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and this year I was actually fortunate enough to be there in person. Right
I don't
when
know.
the Spirit of America flowed, my family got to come watch in person.
EQ.
Really special to be able to fulfill that.
Oh, EQ is movie, music. I'm going to keep mine on movie.
Movie.
Macy's Day Parade, but I think we're a close second. Thank you so much.
Oh, you press OK. What about levels?
Happy holidays. Back to you, Jenny and Yolanda. How's it going?
Maybe I'm supposed to press OK on the bass.
That was so fun and great coordination, by the way. She's just rolling.
Yeah, it didn't
out,
change.
and Stephanie's just going in for a chat.
Subwoofer OK.
Framing Miss America and Miss America Outstanding Teen.
But yeah, I can clearly hear the audio, the dialogue. I'm speaking. But there's no bass playing back there or anything. It's just, I mean, there's nothing really here. So,
and the company is committed, it says, to.
I don't watch basketball, but let me see. Yeah, it's just me in my dirty room back there. See, there's bass in the back here. Here's music. Yeah, that's the dialogue. Alright. Okay, so I paused the video for a second. And yes, right now I'm using the sound bar, forget which series, V series with the subwoofer that's to the left over here of me. And I'm telling you, I may play it here for a few seconds, hopefully not copyright, but I paused to show you that inside of your actual TV settings, I'm using the Vizio TV. The EQ mode, there's like a movie, you can switch it over
Movie.
to game, direct, or music up there. I'm going to leave it on movie. That's what I have the TV for. So you can change settings for bass, treble. The treble basically sounds like it's just coming from the soundbar. Think of treble as the soundbar audio. You can do medium, low, high for all these. Dude, honestly, the best settings, I would say turn up the bass. High, treble high, dialogue high, so you can hear better. Now this one right here, the subwoofer, I'm going to turn up the high again. Well, I want to test it again on medium. But dude, I have to say, this may go on my end conclusion video, if I remember later, but that's why I'm recording this now, is that If you change all these to high, these are the best settings. In the subwoofer, I say change between medium or high. Night mode seems to limit the subwoofer, as it says at the bottom. It does reduce it, but when the action's coming, it doesn't sound like it goes up as much as leaving it off. So it seems to limit it too much. I'm gonna leave that off, night mode off. What I'm gonna say is the subwoofer. It literally sounds like you're in a movie theater. I'm not lying. It's the closest that I've ever had in my room. Again, this is my first soundbar, first subwoofer I've ever had like in a bedroom. And like because of my small space, like it's like I'm sitting on my bed, I'm like, dude, I feel like I'm laying on my bed like in a theater. So with that, on medium. So what I noticed is that with the subwoofer, there seems to be on most of the scenes on high setting, there's sort of a constant, persistent, like there's a low rumble, like a boo. You know, you sort of hear in the background. And then when the action starts, yeah, it's boom. It's like, it sounds like a theater. It's crazy and shaking everything. On medium, though, that tones down. Or I wouldn't even try low, honestly. It's too low. On medium, that turns down the volume of the subwoofer. But it's weird to feel like there's too much. I feel like there should be a high setting and a very high. There's no very high, though. Like, I wish there's an in-between between the medium and the high, if that makes sense. So, I just wanted to pause and say that, but for the most part, if you want the theater sound, leave this on high. But this may go on my end conclusion video, but I'm just recording it right now. Anyway, that's all I want to say. And like I said, let me see if I can play it real quick for a second. This is on high. Yeah, you hear that? So, there you go. Okay, welcome to the conclusion of my video series of the comparison between the all-in-one, that was actually the V series, the all-in-one Vizio soundbar versus the, I think the M series 2.1 Vizio soundbar that comes with the subwoofer. And yes, crazy setup here. That's where I usually work at. Or a computer, yes, laptop. Yes, that's T over there. Andrew T over there. But yeah, so conclusion here. Before I have to go exercise here, as you can see, it's like 11:51 p.m. there. Which one do I recommend getting between the two? I am going with the M series, the 2.1 M series that comes with a separate subwoofer, like sort of box, right? That is separate from the soundbar, but you connect them together and it sits, you know, on a different area in the room. Now let me explain why I'm choosing that one over the all-in-one soundbar, and why I think you should as well. They both sound good. They both sound good. But, so I guess let me start off with the all-in-one soundbar and explain why I'm not choosing that one. So yesterday on Christmas, on the Christmas holiday, that was December 25th, I watched this Fantastic Beasts and the Secrets of Dumbledore for the first time ever on my new 4K TV and the 4K UHD Blu-ray player. And I used the 2.1, which is the one that comes with the subwoofer. That's the one that I am choosing. I tested it with that one. Today, December 26th, I watched Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the first time, which I'm uploading some reactions to that. Maybe tonight, tomorrow, whatever, where, like, holy crap, the ending, and then my favorite character shows up at the end. So anyway, I tested the all-in-one single bar on Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, as I'm watching Sonic the Hedgehog, what I've noticed is, I would say, if you have a really small room, I have a small room myself, but if you have an even smaller room than mine, There's a lot of bass in it. I can hear the built-in subwoofers, but they're small. I can hear the built-in subwoofers, and if you really want to feel it, you have to get closer to it, to where the TV's at. So the closer you are to the all-in-one soundbar, is the better it's going to sound. But it sort of does sound like it's much better than that Avox. If you want another good comparison as to what I'm talking about, I'm doing an unboxing review. Maybe I'll put it up here on this one as well. I'm doing an unboxing and review of the AV, I think 157. It's Zvox, ZVOX. So soundbars has been sitting around for over like a year or two apparently. And so, but I hooked it up in the spare room around there that no one's using, and that one sort of gave the sense of that it just amplified the TV sound, and it's sort of coming forward, right? It's coming forward at you. There was no surround sound. So I hooked it up in there, but it's a, you know, you get a little bit more bass, and it's just sort of coming forward at you. You don't really hear any surround sound. You don't even feel vibrations in you unless you turn it up super loud. So I would say that the all-in-one soundbar is an upgrade from that. The Vizio all-in-one soundbar is an upgrade from that. Again, it does feel like it's coming from directly forward in front of you, but you also get a little bit, let's say like, I don't know if my hand here makes sense of what I'm trying to say. Okay, so the video cut off because I run out of space on this phone, but I'm trying to copy everything over and edit them and then delete these at the same time and everything. Anyway, as I was saying, you notice how there's EQ mode here. There's bass, there's a treble, there's a dialogue, there's a subwoofer, night mode, virtual X. Anyway, these are the settings that are on the Vizio, actual Vizio TV settings. And I was basically messing with these as I was going throughout pretty much the entirety of the Dumbledore film. And you see, I just turned everything up to high for the most part, and the subwoofer. I'll get to that in a second. These are not the settings for the all-in-one bar. If you get the all-in-one bar only has two settings here. The all-in-one has the bass and the treble. There's no setting for dialogue, and obviously there's no setting for the subwoofer. I think there is the EQ mode, which goes for like movie, and you can switch over to like music and stuff like that. I don't really know the differences of that. These here are important. Pay attention to these. You need these settings. These made a huge difference. The all-in-one bar does not have that. That's another reason that I'm not doing the all-in-one bar. The other reason I'm not doing the all-in-one bar is, like I said, I got such a good deal on the subwoofer version. I got it for $79. So it's like $107 off. I didn't even break $100. The other one was still like, even though it was on sale, it was originally like, I think, $199 for the all-in-one bar, if I'm not mistaken. But then I got it anywhere between maybe 140, 120 to like 170 something. I don't remember the exact number. But it definitely was like over $100 off. So, but just know that if you get the all-in-one bar, you only have bass and treble. Well, it cut off on me again. I said maximum recording times. Let me speed this up. So, anyway, I was just saying, you only have those two options basically for the all-in-one. So let me move on to why I'm choosing the subwoofer. So as I'm listening to Secrets of Dumbledore, the subwoofer, oh my gosh, this setting. First off, I just cranked the bass up, or the bass up. I cranked the bass up, the treble, and the dialogue. This one's important as well for if you're someone like me who can hardly hear like dialogue half the time in these films, just on TV in general. This is really good to have. I did hear that the dialogue, it sounded like it increased a little bit. So these settings amplify everything. And this one here, holy, this subwoofer setting. So At medium, it's, so I switched to my GoPro because it's screwing up. My phone just won't record right now. But anyway, as I'm saying again, at medium, the subwoofer, it has a bass to it. It's okay. Now, I placed the subwoofer to the left of my bed. So it was sort of on the left side of me and a little bit forward. But it was back there near the wall on the left side. You can feel the heavy bass with this and everything. And I was testing it between medium. And I also changed these to medium too and tested it. But honestly, I just like the bass and the treble and dialogue of it's insane, dude. Because, and then, this is the additive and why I keep pointing this one out. There's a huge, dude, don't even put it on low. Low is like it's nothing, you can't hear it. Medium, okay, you start to hear it. When you turn this thing up to high, I'm not even kidding, it was almost like I was in a theater. This is why I'm staying with this one. And I sort of noticed that in the store as I was listening to the ones that had the single sound bars or sub bars. The one that had the single sound bars versus the ones that had the bars with the subwoofers. Like in the store, as I was listening, I did notice, and they even told me too. They was like, "Oh yeah, you need the subwoofer." And now I understand what they're talking about. Like, and in my tiny room, that's the other thing. Is like, dude, for the most part, I kept this between 40 and 50 volume. Sometimes even lower, around like 35. For the all-in-one bar, I kept it up between like 40, like 50 to 60 for the most part. Watching the film, and I still never felt what I felt here. The subwoofer, dude, you turn this up, dude, the floor is like vibrant. I could feel it as I'm on my bed. I didn't feel the all-in-one bar as I'm laying back on my bed. Not like that. Again, I said I had to get like closer to the TV and really crank up the volume to get that sensation. But with this, I'm even at low volume. Like, the only issue is like I said, you feel like you're in a theater, but it's like, its thing can be loud, man. So I have other people in the house. So if you have other people in the house and they're trying to do something, this thing can get loud. The only issue was like, man, I tried the night mode. So what night mode does is testing it out is night mode is for the subwoofer because the subwoofer is so loud. It mutes the subwoofer or it tones it down until there are moments of like, I guess, intensity and action and boom and a lot of bass and the booms and the bangs, right? Unfortunately, I left it off because it seemed like it hindered it. It was a little too much. It was too much of a low volume throughout. And then when the action did come, I didn't really feel it get as loud as it did before. So I didn't like night mode. So it's either between medium here, if you get this, or high. I'm just going to say go with the high setting on this. If you get this one with the subwoofer, go with the high volume setting. Make sure no one else is in the house. Man, you turn that thing up 70, even 70 volume, I'm pretty sure you're going to shake the house and the windows. I'm not embellishing this. I'm not exaggerating it. It sounded like I was in a theater room in my own little room, right? So imagine, you're at a theater, it's like there's hundreds of seats in there, right? So there's a huge room there, but it's all designed for sound, right? So, but just my one little room, obviously you're not going to have what you have in the theater, the speakers or anything. But for a small, like it's called a home theater, they're not even kidding. It's good enough for a small room. Yeah, man. I sort of do wish I had the, I guess the smaller speakers are going, the other speakers go on the side and all that. But again, it was good enough. For just a small room setting, that was more than enough. So that's why I am going with this. And like I said, if you get the all-in-one, there's only the two settings, the bass and the treble. You don't get the dialogue and you don't get the subwoofer setting. That's what you don't know. in a lot of the other reviews, but I'm telling you here right now. So that's why this video is so long. I did an extensive testing, actually watching a movie with both versions. I spent the time, and this is why I'm choosing the one with the subwoofer. So I put the links to both of the sound bars in the description and maybe in the comments as well. But the one I'm talking about is the one that comes with the subwoofer, with the little box that it comes with. Now, it does plug in. It has its own plug-in power that you need. So you need an outlet for that, and you need an outlet for the soundbar. So hopefully I have enough room for, because man, I'm gonna unbox my bench here within this week probably. I need to unbox my new exercise bench. It's a foldable one, so, but I should be able to rearrange everything to where I can place my subwoofer under like this little stand that I have that has things on it, but I can place that underneath there, and then I could place everything else on top, and I should be good to go. But yes, I'm returning the all-in-one bar. Like I said, I recommend if you have the money, and that's the thing. Dude, the original price for the one with the subwoofer is actually cheaper than the all-in-one bar. And that's the other thing, that this one guy, he knew what he was talking about with the sound stuff at Best Buy. One of the guys I was talking to, he was explaining how, like, man, they try to cheat people with the prices on these things. How, like, or I just watched a YouTube video the other day where this guy was saying the same thing. Where, like, the higher prices doesn't mean that it's always better. That's why it's best to go into the stores and listen or talk to some people who are really good with the sound design, the technology on these. Because the prices are all over the place, and some of them don't even sound that good. So, but you heard it here first, man. From me, get the one with the subwoofer. Again, the all-in-one is good, but the one with the subwoofer is basically just the next level up. And it felt like I was in a theater. You could feel the bass. I could feel it in my feet and in my body. As I was just laying in the bed, I was like, wow. It can be overwhelming though. But even though with all that bass and the bass and everything, I can still hear the dialogue. You would think, you can't really hear the dialogue. There's so much boom going on. But with the dialogue turned up, I can still hear it. So I think that's all I have to say in this set of videos. It's going to be a long edit here, but that's my final conclusion, my final choice. So again, thanks for watching this, if you did watch it. And if you just skipped to the end and you didn't want to see the rest of it or listen to it, I recommend you go back and watch it all to see the testings that I try to do with my phone and my whole setup, the problems I ran into and things like that, and how I solved it. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you're new, consider subscribing, like the video, share it around, let me know your comments below. But yes, get the one with the subwoofer. Till next time, see ya.